Greetings, Guardians! Welcome to the 44th episode of the DTR podcast. I am your host, Jay, the content manager here at DTR, and joining me this week are my wonderful co-hosts. First up, we have Dan Finity. Dan, what's up, man?
Hey!
Anything else? Is it just a hey?
That's it.
All right. Next up, we have Jay Rambo. What's up, man?
Greetings, Guardians. How y'all doing today?
You gonna steal my intro?
Yeah.
Next up, we have Rathos. What's up, man? Well, welcome back. Your third week here, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Salutations, Guardians.
What's up? Our guest this week is Subcult. Subcult, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, party people? Subcult 619.
Welcome to the show.
Hey!
You've been listening for a while, and it's awesome to have you on the show.
Yeah, I was originally without a beard when I was listening. Now I'm with a beard.
Welcome, man. Alright, so we have a lot of things to go through tonight. We will go through some spoilers, but we're not going to talk about the end of the game, at the end of the campaign. We're mostly going to give our first impressions, and then we're going to go through the TWAB and talk about all the activities that are going to come out during month 1. So, a lot to go through, but as always, I do have a few announcements to make. So, you guys can find us on iTunes, Podbean, and the Google Play Store at Destiny Tracker Podcast. We do record the show every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern live on twitch.tv/DestinyTrack. If you guys would like to support the show, make sure to subscribe on iTunes and leave a review, and you guys can also follow us on Podbean. We're also proud to announce our new partnership with Clutch Chairs. They are the #1 chairs for all Guardians. You can use our promo code DTR for 15% off your order. Next up, I will also am proud to announce, we actually announced this earlier today actually. We are now partnered with Far Cognitions. We're going to be hosting tournaments. We're going to have a ladder system on our website and a lot more that I cannot talk about just yet, but of course, just stay tuned for more info on that, and follow us on Twitter at Destiny Track, and just come on our website. We actually redesigned our whole website. We have a brand new homepage. The API is now starting to come online, so we're adding more features that I'm really excited for. So Dan, do you mind telling us a little bit about Gamer Subs GG?
I don't have it pulled up.
I'll just go.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'll just go and say that
Gamer Subs
can use our promo code DTR for 10% off your order. Gamer Subs is amazing. My favorite flavor is dragon fruit. It's dragon fruit. It is currently sold out, sadly, but they are working on a brand new flavor, and as soon as they announce it, we are going to announce it, and we're super excited for that. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, Dan, do you want me to throw over to you? Are you not ready? No,
I don't have it pulled up.
Okay.
I thought you were going to run through the whole thing.
All right. Subcult, I'm gonna throw it over to you, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do here in the community?
Well, I started off pretty much as a Twitter personality. I do some streaming, a few YouTube videos. Pretty much just post news, tips, tricks, stuff like that. And then you guys came along and stole my thunder. No, I'm playing. No, it's all gravy. I mean, it's a great community. I'm glad to have you guys. To be honest, the past 2 weeks I've been actually hitting up your guys' website because I can't find nothing on Bungie. I'm like, what's this guy's algorithm? How are they getting this information? I had to go into the actual game, do this old school style to pull up information, and then to find out he took a vacation. He went to Tahiti.
Yep.
Got the timeshare there.
It's a magical place.
It's a magical. You got my reference.
He will be back soon, though.
Agents of Shield. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much what I do. If you need to know some stuff, pop on my Twitter at Subcult619, and I'll help you out.
Nice. So, how did you get into tweeting about the news and all that?
I was originally one of those guys that was on Twitter with I think I had maybe 200 followers, and we used to rant about which one's better, PS4 or Xbox One, and we were the guys that were always ranting about, oh, this game is only going to have 900p or 180p, 60 frames per second. We were those guys, and then this great game came around where it was at Destiny. No, it was a PlayStation Expo, and it was the one where you had to go to the movie theater or you could go to the movie theater. So I actually got tickets for that, and lo and behold, one of the things that they ended up giving us was alpha codes to this game, Destiny. Well, I had heard about it, played Halo beforehand, and decided to give it a try. And honestly, it was too much like Halo at first, but that jump just sucked. I ended up picking a Warlock, so I was like, I don't know about this game. And I've had this same experience with a lot of alphas, a lot of betas, where I don't like the original, concept that they're trying to put out, but I'll actually like the game. So when they said, "Oh, well, let's go ahead and do a beta," signed up for it, got the codes, and went as a hunter. Well, there you go. You got the infamous Mario double jump. I was sold. So I ended up playing that all the way through House of Wolves, I think, before I ended up going ahead and making a second and a third character.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was not until December that I even knew about Xur.
Wow.
So that's kind of what sparked it. I was like, okay, I really, really like this game. A lot of people are tweeting me back, about it. And if I don't know a lot of this stuff, there's got to be a lot of people out there that don't know a lot about this stuff. So let me go ahead and just tweet a few things. It started off with just Xur videos and stuff like that, and yeah, it just took off from there.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, I can't complain. $13,000 later, you guys are the best.
So Dan, you have any questions for him, man?
So where do you find the time? Honestly, you have so many tweets out on Tuesday. Like, what? Where do you find the time to do all this?
I've actually figured out a way to make it only take an hour in the morning. I'll wake up at like 4, sometimes maybe 5, all depending, on how long or when we're going to be getting up. Kids are getting up at school. For school, about 6:30 anyways, so I'm usually taking a shower about 6. And, just going on there. It really, really helped when Bungie started posting the activities on their thing, so I can just kind of copy-paste a few pictures to go along with the actual tweets. I didn't have to actually physically go in the game, go to every single thing, and that was horrible. But, now a lot of people have it all set up on one little tweet, which I absolutely love, because it's so convenient. But how many tweets do you guys get on that one tweet? How many retweets do you guys get? Versus, I put out a whole bunch. I get a ton. So in the long run, I ended up, my tweets showed up a little bit more. Got my name out there a little bit more. And what I loved about it is each tweet started to have its own culture. We had the PvP people who would love it when I tweeted, what map, Trials of Osiris is on, or what Crucible maps are today, or whatever. And then I had the people who were like, "Why are you still posting about Challenge of Elders? Why are you still putting out the Arms Day stuff?" I'm like, because I get 2 or 3 people that do retweet about it. If they're still retweeting about it, I'm willing to still post it out. There's obviously somebody out there that is interested in this. So, and I kept true. I kept true all the way through reset of the last reset of Destiny 1.
Yeah, man.
Like I said,
I remember on Tuesday you.
I had so many people like, why? Give it up, man. I mean, I respect you and all, but give it up. Like, don't worry, this is it.
Yeah. All right. Any more, Dan?
Yeah, man.
All
right.
I
was just gonna say that you I followed you a long time ago, and you were one of the first people that I followed on Twitter from the Destiny community. So thanks for all that you've done for so long, sir.
Appreciate it.
Nice. All right. J-Ram, any questions, my man?
Yeah. Are you or are you not Rathos' brother? Because you two definitely look alike. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know.
But
seriously,
hating this thing.
Oh, you hate it? I'm with you.
My wife's hating it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess at a certain point, then you just shave it off.
Grizzly Adams.
But let me ask you this question. Give me your first solid initial impression of Destiny 2. Like, now I know from previous conversation you haven't really gotten too far into the story, but you could still give me that impact moment.
Okay, so let me clarify because this is just how I am. So are we talking beta? Or are we talking
Game,
the game
right now?
Okay,
right now, 2 days
All
ago,
right.
3 days ago, whenever it came out.
Well, first off, let me go ahead and say thank you to the people who were there for me when I started ranting about the beta. You guys really put me back into perspective. I really appreciate that. As far as the actual gameplay goes, I really was impressed. I mean, coming from a PvEer more than a PvPer, I really love the concept of getting out there. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could have done better, but I mean, we're all human. That's why they put erasers on pencils. The way that they designed this game, where even these Pop-Tart codes aren't working right now. I think that's for a reason. They don't want you putting that double XP out there just yet. They want you to complete the game completely, and then your secondary character can take advantage of those codes. The scenery, the skybox, the motion. Honestly, I think it was too slow. This is the first game I've ever messed with the way that the motion is. I actually upped mine to 6. It was just a little too slow for me at first, but I mean that was easily correctable. The way that they had the cutscenes that tell little bits of the story, awesome. The way they put the lore, even the old grimoire, being retold, through the characters and stuff like that, awesome. Just I'm loving this game.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll talk a lot about it tonight.
Yes.
All right, Rathos, do you have any questions, my man?
Okay, so you had already mentioned where you're at in the campaign. You've already mentioned that defining moment for you for D2. I want to know, what is your favorite class? I'm assuming you're probably a hunter main.
Hunter, yep.
Okay. What are you most excited for, class-wise or subclass-wise, for hunters?
Well, I had to take advantage of the fact that they've curved up the female hunter, and I gave my main a sex change. I figured if I'm going to put 8,000 something plus hours in this game, I'm going to make her look as much as my I'm going to make her look as much as my wife as possible. So when she gets mad at me, I could be like, "Hey, she looks like you."
I'm looking at you all day, babe.
I'm looking at you all day. It's funny she put out a tweet about that stuff too. I mean, I don't know if it's a spoiler anymore about the third subclass.
Nah, this shouldn't be a spoiler.
Nope.
If it is, you're living under a rock.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, had that not gotten spoiled out, it would have gotten spoiled out just from the fact that we got people on here that are level 20 by like 2 hours into the game.
Yeah.
And already had it. I'm still looking around for a sparrow. I don't even have a sparrow yet. I'm like, man, I have to run to these things. But there's a couple of things about the hunter that I'm kind of a little off-put by. Arc blade. I'm not sure if it's just because my pants don't have a knife on them that I don't have a knife on me. Is that a thing?
What do you mean by that?
Look, man, you're a
Arc
dancer
blade-
now. You don't need a knife.
Arc
blade,
starter.
when you punch, it's your fist.
I think it's on the other subclass tree because you still have a knife. You have 2.
Okay.
The up top one is the punch.
Maybe.
The down, but I could check right now. But continue.
All I know is I'm punching people, and I'm like, wow.
Where's my knife? Why can't I shank?
I mean, I'm laughing my ass off because that's the one thing I love about being a striker type Titan. You're going around punching people, but I kind of miss my knife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stabby, you know. But I'm loving that it's very, very familiar. That jump took a few seconds to kind of land it right. I don't like that you can't really slide like you used to. Because I was definitely that slide shotgun guy.
Yeah.
Or slide knife you, then jump back and start shooting you kind of guy. So there's a few things that I hope that they definitely tinker with. And I'm sure they will. If anything, Bungie's known for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's still a work in progress. Like this game,
Oh,
even though it's launched, there's still
still
a work
the work that needs to be done.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work that not a lot. Well, I'm gonna say a lot of work. That
Well,
needs to be done.
the joining up with people and clans. I mean, what that just went off live today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole beta thing that's going to be happening with joining
Guided
people's
games,
games. Yeah, guided games. So yeah, there's definitely still a lot that they haven't put out. They're taking their time. They're doing pretty good about that. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, your
Sounds
son
like
loves
karate
that.
in the background.
Yeah, he loves that Destiny 2 soundtrack.
Yeah. Which that soundtrack is awesome, by the way. The music.
Yeah,
My son was just like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome!" I go, "Yeah."
I don't want to give away spoilers, but there's one place in the game after you beat the campaign, and that music is amazing. Hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Everyone else, what's Subcult?
Well, I mean, so far there has not been one place that I have not enjoyed the music.
That's true.
There's been a couple places that I've taken my headset off and gone, "Who's knocking?" That's just knocking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to spoil it. It's the Oscar Mayer theme song.
Oh my god. So let's really talk about. So we're all D1 players here, right?
Nice transition.
We're not gonna talk about Oscar Myers.
Yeah, let's start talking about Destiny 2.
Yeah, let's get
Can
into
we?
it. So
I
when
never
you
got my
first,
Oscar Mayer wiener whistle.
so when we first load into the game, because we're all D1 players, you do start off the game differently. It's not a huge difference, but I still like the way we start off the game with where it shows our memories and we get to see who we completed the raids with and the story missions, the Black Garden and what is it, Crota's End, not Crota's End, but the Dark Below.
Is
like
it
I think that's
possible
really
to
cool.
pull that back up?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you
under
just
your
go
3
below
characters.
your characters. It'll say Legend, Legacy,
Yeah.
Memories, or whatever.
Okay,
It's
so
set
from
Age of
the-
Triumph
so
symbol.
from
awesome.
the selection. Okay.
It was
It
really cool.
reminded me just how much of this game I actually played alone.
Yeah.
Same.
Single tier.
Aw.
Single tier.
So, J-Ram, I really want to get your impression on that. Like, how did you feel when you first loaded the game?
Loved it. I thought that was a great way to officially end the first and start the second.
Yeah.
You know, and it did give you that sense of accomplishment. Like, oh my god, look at all these things I've done. And I think one of the most coolest or one of the coolest parts about that is the fact that there's the raid team that you were with, or there is the other person you were with when you accomplished that one goal, that one milestone. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a great way of transition.
Did you see that Trials of Osiris one?
Yeah.
Yes.
My son didn't.
Oh my god.
He saw what Trials of Osiris one? I'm like,
Yeah, that
Oh.
was nice that they highlighted the things you did, and then if you didn't get if you didn't go to the lighthouse, you didn't see it.
Yeah, you
By
just
the
did
way,
not
this
see
never
it.
happened.
Yeah.
This never happened.
It's a good
Don't
reminder.
worry, Daddy got carried. Don't worry about it.
So,
It was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really
right
creative
thing.
on how they did that.
Yeah.
Dan, what were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was awesome, man. Like, so when in my last clan, the High Command, we did a lot of things together. So I kept seeing like 0_GD and like Hockey South and like a bunch of like some old friends of mine keep popping up in there, and it was really, really sweet how they opened it up for everybody. I also saw the trial screen with Pubin and It's Pro Penguin, so like that was awesome.
Nice.
That's a memory that I have. I saved all of them. I didn't tweet them out because they all had my real name on them. but that's something that I didn't do beforehand. So yeah, other than that, it was it was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
Nice. Wraithos?
You can block that out, right?
I did that afterward. Yes.
Wraithos?
I like Subcult. I was a solo player for a bunch of Destiny 1. I didn't actually start getting into a group until mid to late Taken King, I'll say. And it was at that time that just some kids were running around. They're like, hey, we're looking for a 6th for Crota. Do you want to do it? I'm like, sure, why not? And looking back at those memories, I was like, I don't have them on my friends list anymore because they stopped playing or whatever have you. But I remember playing with them. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that kid. Or, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And it was just the whole, oh yeah, kind of moments that was like, it was awesome in my opinion.
Nice. And Subcult?
Yeah, I actually had a couple of my old original Crota Fire team. They were clanmates, but I wasn't necessarily a part of their clan because Chicks with Dicks was not going to be on my handle.
What was that PSN?
Chicks?
No, that was his clan.
Was the
That was the
clan.
clan.
Oh, that was the clan.
That was the clan.
Nice.
I wasn't going to
How
have
did that get approved?
Yeah, I don't want to know. But continue.
It's spelt weird, so it's
they
legit.
originally Beaten Cheeks.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh dear gosh.
So I mean, after Crota, we pretty much dispersed. They're all over the country and in the army and stuff like that. And I figured they all got deployed and they'd eventually come back. And I got hit up with a message the other day by them. They're like, dude, I saw your name on my memories and we should totally do something again.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, let's do it. Join up.
Absolutely.
So we've played Homecoming like a million times already in the beta, in the PC beta. So we don't really need to talk about Homecoming. But let's talk about the very next story mission.
Wait. We gotta talk about at least the fact that
you do start off.
First mission. Why was it the first mission? Why wasn't there something to lead up to that? Just a little bit of memory. A little something. But at the same time, I get why they stopped it there.
I really like that
Immediate
sidearm
threat.
actually that
For
you
sure
start
did.
off with. It's called like the Traveler's Chosen, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
I think that
Yeah,
was
that was
really
pretty
cool. Yeah. But let's talk about the very next story mission because now we finally know what happens after Go kicks us off the ship and where we land and how cool that mission is because you're like her and you're walking around and you have to go find your ghost and then you're traveling and then I like how it cuts in between cutscenes where it says 1 day or like 4 days after the
2 days later.
Oh,
4
2 days later, 4 days later,
Yeah.
and then like a week, and then you finally meet Hawthorne. And then that vision that you had, I think that vision was so cool. When it showed
Yeah.
the EDZ, it showed the Leviathan, it showed the little Falcon. I think it was Lois is the name of the Falcon. Right?
You
Lewis.
think so?
Lewis.
Lewis.
Boy.
Lewis? I said Lois. Wow.
I know. I read it Lewis when I originally saw it too.
I think
Yeah.
that was so cool. So, Dan, what were your thoughts on just the whole second mission and everything?
I think I've said this before, but it kind of gave me like a Last of Us feel. With trying to get out of the city and make it out into the outskirts.
What's that?
Yeah, like it really gave me that kind of feel, especially since you're in third person
Yeah.
for most of that. And so I had that feeling to it. Just the farm overall has that kind of Last of Us feel to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was blown away by like how quickly they throw you into everything without having any light. Your no bot like being all busted up and everything. Like it was frustrating. It was frustrating to know that you were once at a place where like you were just 5 minutes prior where you could jump around, you could do just about anything, you could use whatever superpower you wanted, and then to be reduced to nothing.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of that mission was when you're on the snowy mountain and you can see like the traveler in the last city. I think that was beautiful. That's a really beautiful view. I think I took a few screenshots of that actually. Yeah. So J-Ram.
I liked it a lot because it showed that you were vulnerable. You know, so it definitely gave that sense of, you know, you have to act and you have to act now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to meet up with new people and see the environment that you're about to explore, I thought was a really good introduction on, you know, what is to come.
Yeah.
As far as getting your light back, I thought it'd be a little bit more difficult than that. Like, it was like one mission.
My complaint was, even though I already knew when it was going to come, my complaint was I feel like it was too soon.
Yeah, I mean, it was
I felt like we literally got to the farm and then we got our light back and then we're back to killing the Red Legion. So
Right.
I feel like it was way too soon because they always said, "Welcome to a world without light," but it's only a world without light for one mission.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, for
I was
us,
cool with it.
because
Well,
you know,
yeah.
Zavala and Ikora, like
They-
they didn't have their light. So, but I still feel like for us, I felt like it was way too soon.
Right.
It's a world without light for everyone but you.
But you, yeah.
That's a good way to say it.
Because when they were like hyping up the game, they really made it feel like it's a world without light. Like we're in this
Yeah.
world and we have no supers and we have to go and find places. And
Yeah.
But before I transition, Subcult, your thoughts on the very second mission?
I like that whole Last of Us thing. But to me, it was a little bit more Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh yeah.
I've seen trailers
just
of that.
Just kind of like trying to avoid getting caught. You know,
Tap on the box.
You know, yeah, exactly. Hide in the box. It felt a lot like that at first. Once you start getting out in the open, you're just very. I was like, they are not going to have me do the mountain all over again with one life. Bungie, you're evil. And then when I got to see my son play through that part, you know, I was telling him like, make sure you don't die. You know, you only have one life. And he's like, well, what happens if I die? And I'm like thinking, well, I didn't die, so I don't know what happens. Don't die. You know? So yeah, it was definitely pretty remarkable. Like I said, I love the skybox.
Yeah.
With the traveler land. It was awesome.
Sweet. And Arathos.
When it came down to it, I appreciated how it felt, the vulnerability, like J-Rim was saying. I too believe that it brought back our powers a little too rapidly. And with the whole, you know, world without light kind of a thing. I wish that I could spend more time there, because I felt rushed in the aspect that, hey, the game launched, let's get this ball rolling, let's go get our powers back, let's go kill whatever we need to kill. And I was playing with my original fire team, and all of them are like, dude, did you see this? Did you see this? I'm like, guys, you got to shut up. I want to experience this by myself. So I eventually left the fire team. But the first time I was playing through it that night, I felt like I had to run. I had to get there. I had to get my guns. I had to juice up and go. And I didn't like feeling rushed on that aspect.
Rushing to like get your light? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Rushing to get it all back. Rushing to, you know, just get my revenge, if you will. But it was the whole and I think it was more the hype that, hey, D2 is finally out, let's go kill Gary. And it wasn't me trying to appreciate and just slow down, take a step back, ignore everyone else who's running to get to level 20, and then be like, okay, now what? And it was so hard for me to do that because I just kept feeling like go, 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 go. And I'm being forced to walk, and it just really conflicting. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great way to say, hey, by the way, you aren't what you used to be.
Well, it's really interesting too that they did that, because that's another facet of storytelling. You which we never experienced anything like that in D1.
Right.
No.
D1, it was, your ship flew in, you materialized directly underneath it, and you just went. Where
Right.
this was like, dude, you are beat up. It almost looked like your arm was broken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anybody? I mean, or your wrist or something like that, because it was just like dangling there. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're limping. You're holding your side. You feel it looked like your guy was shot.
Yeah.
Obviously, you just fell off of a who knows how tall story building.
So I liked it. It was a really good, clever way of telling the story of what's happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only thing is, like I said, it's like it just seemed like it went like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
would
can
have liked
always
to
go
see
back.
a
Well,
little
not
bit more.
always. Yeah.
Just maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me being very nitpicky now.
Mhm.
That's all.
Well, we're supposed to. Like, I feel like let's criticize the game, but not just be salty about it. Like, I still love this game. Like this game is awesome. Like, I'm loving it. But there are certain things in the game that I feel like I wish were done differently. Like, for example, I guess this is a spoiler, but you're on every planet for like 2 or 3 missions before you have to transition to the next planet.
Right. It feels like you're rushing through it.
Like, I know why they made it feel like you're rushing through it, because you need to hurry up and take back the city and do whatever. But still, it's like I was only
Extend it a
on
little more.
Nessus for like 2 missions. We saved Cade and then we left. And then we went to Titan. We got whatever we did on Titan and we left. And then we went to Io, got whatever we did and left. And now we're back on the EDZ. And then things happen.
Here we are.
Yeah. So I feel like it was rushed. Especially Io, because Io, like,
I see what
I
you're
haven't
saying,
explored
Jay,
Io way too much because I had to hurry up and leave and go through the EDZ again. Like,
I mean, you'd be there with Asher. I think you're fine.
I agree with
All
the
right.
whole, the storylines, like, done,
still a
done,
good story.
done,
Like,
done.
do not get me wrong. I'm still enjoying the story. I enjoy the cutscenes. Like, the game is fun. I'm loving it, but I just
It's
wish you were
done,
on
done,
the
done,
because
done.
the worlds are beautiful. So
I think
just,
the way that they're trying to put it out there was go do these missions, go get your people, and come back, quickly. I mean, even oh god, I'm gonna forget her name now. Dot
Hawthorne?
lady, thank you.
wait, who?
Even she's like, don't go, and when you come back, she's like, I was surprised you even came back, much less with the Vanguard. But I see what you're saying, Jay, but at the same time, it wasn't a vacation.
Yeah.
You were there to go and do something and come back, just as if they were on Earth somewheres. You went, you got them, you came back, and then afterwards, after the whole campaign, granted, I'm thinking this is what's supposed to happen. Then you do the adventures and the other things that are on the planets and stuff like that. That's supposed to be that after the main thing. I didn't get that. I was sitting there doing everything there was to do on the planet until there was nothing left to do, and then moving up. I had realized that the little Gaul symbols represented the actual missions to progress in the game. So I'm sitting there like level 20, going on to the 3rd mission.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you do not want to do that. You want to do the main story missions and then your milestones. That's what you want to do. Did you not see any of the guides?
No, do them all.
Like MMOs
Do
and
everything.
stuff like that. You go out. I mean, Skyrim. You go out and you just go get lost in side quests, and then eventually you're like, oh yeah, that's right. There's an actual game.
Yeah, I gotta go kill that dragon somewhere.
Shiny thing. Go in after that.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah, my boss messaged me on Wednesday night, and he's like, "Hey, how's Destiny 2?" And I said, "I think I'm developing ADHD." So be prepared for that and work on Monday.
So, what is your favorite world and your favorite vendor? I have to say, Nessus is my favorite. I think that planet is beautiful. I'm not really a fan of Titan way too much because one, I hate the Hive, and Titan feels small. It's really small. I'm not a fan of Titan.
It's because the platform.
But you like
It is. Like I said, I haven't really
Were they all
explored
the same
Io.
size?
What do you mean?
Io and Titan, are they not the same size?
No, Io is larger than Titan.
Really?
Titan.
Titan.
I mean,
even like
there's-
the missions.
There's definitely a lot less
4.
area that you can actually travel on, but as far as actual space and stuff like that, they kind of felt about the same.
Like, I haven't really explored Io because I've been doing other stuff. I still have to do the EDZ and everything. But I feel like Nessus is definitely my favorite. Like, it's beautiful. I love Failsafe, even though sometimes I just want to kill her because she's so...
She's my favorite character in D2, hands down.
Really?
Right there.
Really?
I love Failsafe.
Really?
I want her as my
I
ghost.
liked how
I
she
really
was
do.
introduced in the story much better,
Mhm.
much better than she was introduced in the Strike. In the Strike, I was like, "Who the hell is this? Please, God, don't let us have this character be in the story like more than this mission." Because
Mhm.
I absolutely, she's calling Cade stupid. Like, really?
Plus,
Yeah.
You know,
Cade's
who
dumb.
the hell is this lady?
Dude,
And I like how she says the Cade 6.
The Cade.
Yes.
Well, totally. Two different sides to her.
Mhm.
you had Borderland feels in there. Like, she's the perfect version of this guy right here. This guy right
Claptrap,
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel that
Son loves him.
referring to what Jay was saying, you know how she always calls him the Cade unit or the
Yeah.
Cade 6. I feel that he went on adventures way back when, and he finds Nessus, and he's going around, and he finds this ship, and he crawls in, and she activates, and she goes, "Hi, how are you?" And he's kind of taken back, and as he gets to know her, he's like, "You have to call me the Cade 6." Why?
There's actually a story.
You just have to call me that from now on. Okay, the Cade unit, perfect. And then he just leaves. And later on, he brings Zavala or Ikora here, and she starts talking to them. She goes, "The Cade 6 unit is injured." What?
It's
And
act- sorry.
it's just part of his playful
Mhm.
attitude.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing about it.
I do feel like Failsafe is a really, really good character. And the adventures on Nessus are actually really good. And they really explain how she got there. And there's one adventure, without a spoiler, that talks about what's coming in the raid. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's really good.
I've done everything on Nessus aside from the adventures. I've gone through every lost sector. I've gotten every regional chest. I just have not touched the adventures.
I do take back from what I said about this. I don't think it's going to be a Cabal raid, because it's definitely going to be a Cabal raid.
So
It's definitely going to be a Cabal raid.
So Failsafe, what happened to the people on Exus Black? Oh, the only way Captain has access to that, and he's very dead.
Yeah.
He's been dead a long
And then,
time.
and then she makes you captain.
Failsafe.
I'm like, okay, so now? Can you tell me now? I'm captain.
Hey, Failsafe, I have a question. Where's Jay's wig?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I'm trying to make it through the show without bringing that up.
Every week without one gets brought up.
I'm waiting for you
And
to
it gets extended.
mail it
'cause
to me. Oh my
Because
god.
if you didn't wear it this week, you gotta wear it the next. It's a carry on.
Okay.
It's 4 weeks
Okay.
until you actually start it. It
Okay.
doesn't go away.
I'll work on it. J-Room, which world is your favorite?
Looks wise, Nessus. I think it looks fantastic, and the
Beautiful.
European Dead Zone I think is really, really cool looking also.
That world is huge. Because at the certain
it
point
is.
of the story, you unlock a whole nother section. Did you guys notice that? After you bring back the Vanguard, you unlock a brand new section, and it just
Yeah.
it's huge. And then there's some quest that takes you above, and even on Nessus, like there's one lost sector. If you go, it's underground, and it may take you to some parts of the raid. Like, oh man,
Well,
the worlds are
there's, like,
huge.
There's like 17 locations on Earth in the European Dead Zone. On Titan, there's like maybe 5 or 6.
Mhm.
Nessus, there's a good dozen, and Io's there's probably 6 as well. But the 6 on Io are larger, ground-wise, area-wise, because you can traverse the whole region, not just you're stuck on this platform that's here above the ocean. If you fall off, you're dead.
Yeah.
But I think Io and Titan are about the same size. Honestly, Earth is obviously,
Oh yeah.
and I agree with J-Ram. Nessus is absolutely beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
phenomenal looking.
But were you gonna say something else, J-Ram? Because first you said looks.
No. I mean, looks wise, yeah, it's definitely necessary. As far as like explorability, that would have to be the European Dead Zone.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because there's so much to do there.
Yeah.
You know, my thing is, and I've been hearing a lot of this for, you know, even tonight I've been hearing a lot of it, is how. Those things, and they're liking them because let's get. As in some people, okay, some people. That's a really good debate technique, is when you change the quantifier in your statement. But anyways, some people are grinding hardcore because they want to do the raid.
Yeah.
So, like I said, once again, what's the staying power of all that stuff? Is it still going to be that exciting, or is it just going to be like in Destiny 1, which was okay? Now that we've reached this level, I'm going to completely forget about that stuff. You know, because the one thing that I've gotten so far from finishing the campaign and even the introduction into this game is the concept of, we want you to feel like you are working together in a team in this vast world that we've created. And right now, it is hitting the nail on the head. I mean, I'm having fun, talking with my clanmates and everything. We're figuring things out, and it's awesome. I want to know what's going to happen when. And I'm only doing this. I'm only going to say this because we've experienced this from the past. So this is what I'm going to say. What's going to happen when Bungie goes radio silent and we don't know what's coming up? Right now we know we got 2 expansions, right?
Yeah.
We knew that in D1. What happens after that?
I don't think they're going radio silent. I can tell you that
I
right
hope
now.
either.
I
hope not. I'm with you on that. I hope not.
But there was way too much criticism between Taken King and Rise of Iron.
Right, but I can only judge them on their actions.
I know.
You know what I mean?
True, but like if you look at the TWAB, if you look at everything that Luke Smith has been posting, especially once the thing about shaders came up, like the communication has been like flowing pretty freely recently. And like if you look at the TWAB and you see like, hey, these are our month 1 activities, where it tells you, hey, like, these are all the things that you can do this month. That's a hell of a lot more communication than I think we even got when Destiny 1 dropped.
Absolutely. You know, and just to piggyback off of that, Dan, and it's shitty to say this, but we had more story in the first 10 missions.
Yeah, 10 minutes
10
actually.
minutes of this game than we did in the entire Destiny collection.
Yeah.
Right.
They made leaps and bounds when they came out with Taken King. That was awesome. And speaking of Taken King, there's something that Taken King has that this game doesn't have.
Which is?
The post-campaign missions.
Excuse me?
It does too.
Where are they?
Well, you said post-campaign missions?
Post-campaign.
You have to go to Ikora. Oh, I'm not... I hope that wasn't a spoiler. No, you have to go to Ikora.
No. Her missions are just the same missions, just a little bit harder difficulty. What I'm saying is, in Taken King, after you beat Oryx, you still had to fight back the Taken. So there were different things that we don't have anything like that in here.
As far as we know.
As far as we know right now. But I don't think
the adventures are supposed to be that.
You mean
not?
Yeah.
So is that what the adventures are supposed to be?
The way that I'm looking at the game is, you're not supposed to touch the adventures. You're supposed to just do the main mission. If you need to level up a little bit, you know, and you don't want to do public events, then you could do, you know, an adventure or something like that to help you level up. But they're more or less designed, I think, for after you complete the game, then do these.
They are ancillary stories, like just little like.
Yeah, but they don't support the main story.
So what J-Ram is talking about, he's talking about the Taken War quest. That's what.
No,
I
gotcha.
Okay, I was confused. I thought
about.
you meant replay certain missions because I'm like, you go straight to Ikora after you beat the game.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about strictly post-campaign.
I've never noticed that actually, because I've just been drowned in content. I still have a lot to do. I'm only 240. I still have a lot to do. So I've actually did not notice that there's no like, you have to do this and this, like Taken War quest.
Yeah, in fact, within the Taken King, I think each vendor had their own quest line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where
Mhm.
and if the adventures are supposed to take that or cover that, okay then.
Well,
But right now, it
isn't there
seems like with the
something coming with
adventures.
isn't there something coming with the I keep saying Vanguard in my head. It's not Vanguard. Like Dead Orbit.
The faction wars.
Isn't that supposed to be coming pretty soon?
yes, end of
That's
the month.
coming next month. Yeah.
No, end of this month. End of this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we know if that's going to be bringing anything?
We don't
No
know anything
idea.
about that yet. But for there are quests out in the world. Like today, I'm doing the enhanced quest. I know that's supposed to give you the Mida, but there's still story about the red. Spoiler alert.
Seb, you're gonna regret coming on this podcast.
Yeah, I think you're gonna regret.
You're gonna have a lot of spoilers thrown your way.
I saw that today. I like
Anything but the last mission I'm gonna talk
the
about.
Mita mini tool and the multi tool. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, that's in this game too. God damn it!
Well, there are like little quests for you to do in the worlds. Like there's the Exodus Black, there's Enhanced, like there's things on other planets for us to do. I don't
Right, but like what I'm saying is like so far I haven't done an adventure yet where it was similar to like in the Taken King. Okay, one mission in particular is when the wolves were trying to take over
Mars.
the Vault of Glass.
Oh, that yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
And you had to go and fight them back, because right now, see what happened was with the Taken King is you had this massive power, right? This Oryx person, okay?
Yeah.
And then when you eliminated him, not in the raid, but when you eliminated him in the campaign, there was this massive vacuum where somebody was trying to take over the lead spot, right? So we had a strike that was directly related to that.
That
Okay.
came. You're talking about Blighted Chalice? That came out
Yeah.
months after Taken
No
King?
way! It came out with the Taken King.
No, it didn't. It came out
No,
with
that
the
came
April
out.
update.
That came out. Yeah.
With the April update, bro.
That was April. Yeah.
But it's no. It's still related back to the Taken King.
It's been
Is
3
what I'm
days.
saying.
Right. Because
you
it
killed
continued the
Oryx.
story.
Right, you
Yeah.
killed Oryx, and somebody needed to take over power.
Think about this. This is where I see it. I see it as this is a brand new game. They have to bring in the story about the House of Dust. They have to talk about the Vex. They have to talk about the Hive. So even though I don't want to give the spoiler, the Red Legion is their own little thing right now. Now they
Right.
need to set everything up for the Fallen, and then the Vex, and then the Hive. So I feel like that's what the main game after you beat the campaign is what's really about.
I just want to say this. I feel like it's a very JRAM thing, like to be worried about a new like. All right, the new game came out. This is the first week. Do we have enough to do?
Oh, no.
No, we haven't.
I see what he's talking about, because going back to the public events, yes, they're fun at first, but how long is this going to last?
Right.
Right, but I mean, I'm beyond that point. My thing is now like I said with these post campaign stuff. You know, like right now we have the adventures and strikes. The lost sectors, which I thought they were going to be like. I thought that's where the explorability was going to come in. You know, I mean, think about the name, the Lost Sector. Number one, they're not lost at all. You can find them on a map.
Okay, there's one on Nessus that's like you see the symbol and you don't see it anywhere. You have to go under something to find it. It took me a while.
But it's on the map.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, that's fine. They're not lost at all. And I'm okay with that.
I got more lost in one of the missions where you had to like shoot like an air vent or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was really cool how they did that stuff like that.
I was like, oh, where the hell do I go?
But I
Arrow's
mean,
pointing
that's
this
what I'm
way.
saying. Like there, I thought the lost sectors were going to be much more intense than what they are. They're literally they are go in, just shoot a bunch of shit, grab your loot, leave, wait 2 minutes or 2 seconds, run right back in. They're farmable.
Yeah.
You could definitely do that. And for the amount of hype that they let up for that, it's like it wasn't that great. It wasn't what I expected. Yeah, dude, it's just you run into a cave, you shoot something, and then you get your loot, you come out.
I'm enjoying them a lot. Actually, I think Lost Sector is my favorite
because
part.
you're ranking up. As soon as you get as soon as you get the level, you're not going to do that anymore.
That's true. So okay, I see where your mind is. You're worrying about in-game content.
Of course, that's why you play this.
Yeah. Okay.
Who plays it for a 10-hour campaign?
The average player that they built this game for.
I don't believe that.
Listen, I don't know.
I mean, seriously, that's how long the campaign is. It's roughly 10 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey,
unless you're
did you pick up your copy
a week and a half
in store? Did you pick up your copy in store, or did you do digital?
In store.
In store. Okay. So when you went to the store, like, did you do like a launch party, or did you just pick it up?
I just picked it up.
Okay. Well, we did the launch party at GameStop, and we had about 50 people there. And of the 50 people, I was only one of 2 people that were wearing blue shirts. That just should put it a little bit into perspective that we are that 1%.
You mean the Destiny shirt?
Yeah.
We are that 1%. We are the people who sit there and want to grind this thing for the next 4 years, and we'll be happy doing so. But your average player, I was
guys,
this guy.
we're on a
Didn't even know
podcast
who
about
Ralph the Chicken was.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you not know who Ralph the Chicken is? And he's like, the farm? He saw.
I don't.
Like, are you here for Destiny?
My focus is entirely different then.
Yeah. Well, no. You still have a good point. Like, I still see where you're coming from. But this game, like, I went into this game knowing this was built for the average player, because that's what they kept saying during all the Activision calls.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good about this game. Mm-hmm. This game is hands down 10 times better than D1.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they dumbed this game down a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be a borderline mushroom.
But I feel like a lot of content will be coming our way, though, soon. Because, like, when you look at the post-credits, they named Vicarious Visions, they named High Moon, they had 2 game directors.
Because they were making the PC version.
Well, yeah, but High Moon was also working on the expansions, then working on the base game and other stuff. And then I paid attention to every single name on that list.
Oh yeah,
and they even named both game directors, Luke Smith and Christopher Barrett. So we could expect something from him soon.
We also have to look at this game as being.
Yeah, but Jay, they do that for every game. Anybody who's a part of a game.
I know, but I'm just saying he didn't work on the base game. He's working on the expansions. Like that's
right, but you can't tell me that this is going to be great because Luke Smith was a part of it.
That dude is awesome. No, but I'm just
of course
saying.
He's awesome, but that doesn't necessarily imply that it's going to be amazing.
Well, just like if you have a huge star in a movie, doesn't mean it's going to be a great movie either.
Exactly.
You know,
I know.
But you have to look at this game not from the Rise of Iron
perspective. Yeah.
You have to look at this game of December 1st of like 2014.
Yeah.
That's how you have to look at this game.
Destiny I don't have 1, to look at it that way.
Vanilla, because this is what it is. It's vanilla Destiny 2. We still got the expansions. They're still coming. We got all this stuff that's going to still come. You have to look at this game from where it was in Destiny 1. It's so much more.
Oh, that's not what That's not what I'm saying.
We agree that it is.
Yeah.
I'm starting to side with J Rim that there's not enough in-game content.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying that.
Well, we don't even have a raid yet.
Technically, this is the first week.
The storytelling aspect from the Taken King was their first giant step.
Okay.
In the right direction. It was fantastic. Once you beat that game, there was post-game content. Meaning that you still had to go fight back to take it in different parts.
Once again, you're still looking at it as Rise of Iron. You're not looking at Destiny 1.
Okay, we just had the Red Legion come and destroy our planet. And as soon as you beat Gaul, that's it.
Spoiler.
How many missions were in Destiny 1 Vanilla?
I don't care if there was 1 or if there was 50.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm trying to make is once you beat Gaul, that's it. Now you go do like these little adventures and they tell you something about Devrim K, which is great, but that doesn't relate back to the Red Legion and how they devastated our planet.
How they just walked in and treated us like
that's
rights.
I mean, they
for week 1.
What's that?
That's it for week 1. Yes. So make it last. Don't play the game.
That's not my job to make it last. It's Bungie's.
Okay.
It's not my job. I didn't make the game.
Averagely is what I'm saying. Don't be in such a rush.
I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be back.
Here's what it is. You and I definitely disagree on this topic, and that's fine.
Yeah.
The only thing the point I'm trying to make here is with the Taken King, there was much more led back to the main mission, which was
the
getting rid of war.
We're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you the same
killed the bad. I don't want to say that.
Play other games. If you're that bored, play other games. But as far as Destiny 2 goes, it was designed, I think, for a week or 2 week period. The first part was designed for keeping you busy for up into that. Once you pass that, they have the raids coming out next week.
Yeah,
I remember hearing people complain. I'm trying to refrain from the other B word about give us 2 weeks. That's not enough time. We don't even have our clans support yet. Give us more time. Yeah, it's coming out next week. So you.
I don't hear.
Not only will we have that,
right,
but if you like PvP, you also got Trials of the Night. So you got so much stuff coming in next week, and then the week after that, you'll have something more. So there's definitely a lot more to this game. They're just trying to spoon feed it to you, and I think you're just like, I want a Whopper, is what you're saying.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No. I understand what JRem is saying. Right now, I was going through my directory, seeing things I have to do, and when you look at the adventures and the quests, they don't talk about the Red Legion anymore. Some do, and some do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some do and some don't. So I think after you...
more things that are related to the actual story.
That's what he's talking about. He wants things to...
It doesn't have anything to do with DLC or anything like that. Well,
try to keep it spoiler free here. Okay, let's say you fight...
It's so hard for me to do that.
It's hard to keep it spoiler free. It's hard.
you fight Gaul. Let's say he dies. I don't know if he does. Just let's say he dies, right?
Mm-hmm. Hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically, this guy dies.
Yes, but continue.
So, what would there be to do? I mean, to continue fighting the Red Legion that are still there.
There's still stuff to do, because if you got the collector's edition, you know about all these other Cabal leaders and these prisoners. Like, I'm looking at this thing on Message right now. It says invitation from the Empire. There's the Cabal are coming. So I'm thinking once
the Cabal are already here.
Yes, but not the main thing. Goal was Dominus Goal, yes. But if you have the collectors, right? JRem?
I do.
Yeah, I got the
Go read that book. If you read that book, there are things in there. Like, what? Oh, my God, I can't even say that because he didn't read it. I mean,
I know.
I can't even say that.
Also, spoiler. Hashtag spoiler.
Yeah. You're making this hard, Subcult. No, I'm just kidding. But things happen in the final mission. So now that thing has happened. So now I think everyone... I can't even say what that. And everyone in that location
I think I get what you mean. I think you get what you mean.
I'm going to say that. It's a rebirth. It's time for us to rebirth. It's time for us to rebuild and prepare for what's next. What's next is that raid. That's what's coming next. This.
Okay. Is there still stuff in Destiny 1 that hasn't been touched upon in Destiny 2?
Absolutely.
Siva. I heard like Siva. We hear it, but I have not seen any Siva fallen.
It's even more simpler than there are things in Destiny 1 that still haven't even been answered.
The Exo Stranger.
Is Eris Morn at all in Destiny 2?
We don't know.
No, not yet. As of right now, no. And it's interesting because I even brought that up when I was playing with my clan. I go, there's one person you don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Why hasn't anything been told about her taking the sword? All that part. Where hasn't that been explained? We have a lot of story that they definitely can either say, you know what, hey, that was issue 0, whatever that one call it, and we'll never talk about it. the queen, we're never going to do anything about her.
Well,
the Exo Stranger. We summed up that story. No, you didn't. But there's still story there that they can definitely still play with, and I think that they're going to do that. We just need to give them time.
I do want to say this,
and so am I.
I do want to say this. Even though Erismorn is not in the game, yes, she is mentioned, but if you read her Grimoire card that came out with Age of Triumph, she left the tower because she said she's basically done. So she's trying to, there's something else coming from the hive, and she's going to go investigate
got a theory
it.
about that.
And she was talking to Asher Meyer, am I saying that right? On IO. Yeah. I just want to say, that guy's voice is annoying. That's another reason why I'm not on IO. I cannot listen to him.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
I cannot stand you incompetent guardians.
Yeah, she was talking to him, and now we see him in the game. So, and then going back to the Queen's brother, people are saying he's in charge of the House of Dusk. Because the House of Dusk, we've never seen them before. They're brand new Fallen. We don't see the House of Devils. They did mention the House of Kings, if I remember, in one of the missions. I think it was Devrim K he mentioned
House
it.
Judgment. They mentioned that because it was Varix.
Yeah. So
they mentioned the ghost mentions we worked with a fallen from that house, and it was about Varix.
Wait, who brought up the question have we seen things from D1 as not in D2? Was it JREM or Subcult? Subcult. Finish the campaign, watch the very last cutscene, and you will see it's still in the same universe.
Oh yeah, I definitely think
because they show things that you see. It's still in the same universe.
Lots of the Grimoire. They tell and so like that from the original one. So I don't think that they just said number one is we're just gonna be done with it. Wash your hands of it.
Also,
it's definitely Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about this? Ready? Because I think maybe I have a really interesting way of how I can explain what I meant.
Okay.
There are no quest lines after you beat the story.
I disagree with you. There are quests on the planets, JRAM. There are quests.
Yeah, so are those now? What I'm saying is, are they the adventures?
No, there are quests. Actual quests.
What are the quests then?
There are.
Okay, give me an example.
There's a quest called Enhance.
I'm looking at milestones right now.
No, click on the planets.
JRAM. JRAM, when you go back to a planet, let's say you go back to Nessus. Okay, after the storyline, you go back and you talk to Failsafe. She's gonna say, "By the way, I've been thinking about something, and I want you to go check it out." It's a very, very short quest line, but it does give a little bit more backstory to Nessus, the people that were there, and a little bit maybe even about Cade 6. Now, it's not enough to say, here's another full feature-length quest line, but it is a minute quest line.
So and I want to say that
it's a morsel. It's definitely a morsel. It's definitely a teaser.
And what I want is I want the cookie.
Right, I know you want the cookie. But
here's the thing about that.
There's a morsel on each planet. And that doesn't make a cookie, but you can't have your cookie and your cake too.
Yes, you can. I refuse.
Hold on. So the blue crowns, the blue crowns that show up on the map that Rathos is talking about.
Yeah.
Each one of them, like the individual parts are pretty small and piecemeal, but like the overall quest line for them feels rather large. I was working on one for Failsafe on Nessus like today.
I'm in the middle of all of them.
Yeah. And so I would say like each one of those probably takes up the like a couple of story missions each from what would be like the quest line afterward.
Okay. So then now we're talking. This is the stuff I want to see.
So go back to the planets.
Go click on the planets. And
so what I have
crowns.
to do then is just
pay attention.
No, I gotta stop grinding so I can get through this goddamn raid. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They've completely sucked me out of all this stuff because I gotta get ready for the raid on Wednesday.
I've just been playing the game and I've been leveling up pretty fast.
I have been too. I've been playing with people. Like I've been streaming every time that I go on, and I've been playing with people from like Current Meta. Shout out to Current Meta. But like been playing with them, and like I'm casually 263 right now. Just like casually 263.
Did you do the Nightfall yet?
I have. We attempted the Nightfall earlier today. We did it twice. So it's just like a matter of. It's a matter of
balancing your team.
Yeah, balancing your team and choosing what to go after.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've done and completed the Nightfall.
Nice.
And I'm sitting currently at 274 light.
Nice.
Jeez.
You
guys are high.
Where are you at, J-Ram? Since you've been grinding.
I'll look right now. 241.
You've been that's grinding? No, I'm kidding.
So,
yep, 241 light.
The Nightfall, I hated. I liked the strike. Don't get me wrong. I like the strike. I don't like what they did to the Nightfall. Because when you go to do it, you're on a timer. You have 11 minutes to do it.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
But here's the kicker.
Yeah, there's the challenge.
Every time you kill something, it extends the timer by a second or two.
Unless you prioritize your targets.
Right. Unless you prioritize your targets. And even then, you only have 11 minutes to do it. The second modifier of it is that it is a consistently changing burn.
It's like match game, yeah. It's like match game, but it changes.
It's called Prism.
Yeah,
Prism. And every 20 to 30 seconds, the element changes. So what I was saying about balancing, we had a person that was fully decked out with Solar, one person fully decked out with Void, and one person fully decked out with Arc. And when that element of your picking came up, you were shoved in the front, and you're just like, go, wreak havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that person would just decimate, and then they'd step back, and then the next person would front up and decimate, and the next person would front up and decimate. And I kind of like the Prism aspect, but I feel that 20 seconds was not enough time.
Mm-hmm.
In between, oh, hey, here's Arc. Pop your super. By the time your super's up, you're no longer a thing. You just now got to wait another 40 seconds before you could be the show again. And by that time, you have nothing. You don't have your grenade. You don't have your punch. You don't have anything. And so it was just build up your super. Great. Activate it. And then rely on your abilities and your guns as much as possible to try and keep that DPS high.
I like that.
I feel like for Xbox players, that's brutal because I heard that PlayStation exclusive sniper is great.
It is.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I do not have it.
Burns, and on Xbox, we don't have that.
Yeah, it switches burns every time you reload it, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Yeah, that's what it does.
Mm-hmm.
I
every
thought
time
it
you
just
reload.
changed. Okay, I didn't know how that worked. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could choose whatever burn you wanted.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I thought you could do, but I guess so. You got to, in order to switch the burn, you have to reload.
You have to reload,
okay.
And it does. You don't pick which one it is, but it cycles through.
Okay.
So, and here's the thing: you can't reload unless if you use a shot. So you pull the trigger because you don't have the element you want. You reload it. You pull the trigger. You reload it. Now you're on the element that you want. But let's say you're on Solar and you want Arc. Okay, shoot it once, reload. Now you're on Void. Shoot it once, reload. Now you're on Arc that you want. Now let's say you want Void again. Shoot, reload, and it's just that gap in the middle. Not, oh hey, I want Arc. Here it is. I want Void. Here it is. It's not like that. You have to cycle through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So has your perspective changed now, J-Ram? Finding out?
No,
J-Ram?
No, because like I said, listen, it was with the Taken King. That was the first time we seen something like that, and it was A, very streamlined, and B, you still felt like you were still working on that. Yeah, what happened there? Is that Dan?
No.
Nope.
Okay. No, it was streamlined, so you knew exactly what you were doing, and what's the word I want to look for here? Because I just had it, and then I heard that noise, and then I lost train of thought. It was streamlined, and oh, that's right. and it's still related directly back to what was happening in that world, which was Oryx is gone. You're gonna have to go get him in his throne world, but you still have to take care of stuff here. Now it's kind of like, okay, you completed the campaign. Here's just a bunch of stuff for you to do.
Yeah. I just feel like because it's a brand new game, they still have to introduce all the other enemies. But I can say the next big threat from the Red Legion will definitely be the raid. I feel like that's kind of why they like tuned down the Red Legion stuff after the main campaign, because the Emperor's coming. Like the big guy who's on this big ship. He's coming for us. I highly recommend do that adventure on Nessus, and there's even a little it's not a consumable, but there's something that drops in the world about the Red Legion. It's called the
communication relay.
Yeah, it's a communication relay.
I got this thing called On the Comms.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, so you have to kill the Red Legion because they're all talking about something, and it's all about this big Leviathan that's coming for us. It's really cool. I really like how they bring in the story before the raid, because in Oryx and Wrath of the Machine, it's basically like, I don't know. I just feel like I like the way they're setting up the raid now. Does that make sense?
That's great.
Because we don't know who's the final boss. I hate to give spoilers, but I think we all know who's not.
No, stop it! Stop it right now. I'm trying to be the guardian of Subcult ears.
It's like it's complicated.
So
it's hard.
I want to throw this out there.
Yeah.
J-Ram.
Yo.
You're craving that story. You're craving more.
This game is unbelievable.
I would love for you and I to pair up, dual titan this, and just tackle the worlds.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so whenever you are free, you tell me.
I'm free now.
I'll be there. I'll be there, and we'll.
I gotta grind out this light level here.
I will grind it with you. I don't care. I don't mind. I love it. I am for this.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That the only thing I was saying was in the Taken King with those post campaign quest lines was awesome.
Yes.
Here it just seems like here's just a bunch of stuff. Go do some stuff.
I think it's because it was about the Taken, so I think that's the reason why.
This is about the Red Legion.
We need more about the Red Legion.
Dude, every single commercial dealt with the Red Legion. Yet
that's
the majority of the time, I'm fighting Fallen and Hive.
Yeah.
I'm still fighting those two enemies.
I hate the Hive. I have not been trying to go to Titan.
They look awesome.
They do,
game.
but I still
they look
pretty baller.
Yeah.
They look like Swoley Bible put them on a fitness plan.
Oh my god. Well, since we were talking about light level, the highest person in the world right now is at 298. At the beginning of our show, he was 295. Then I refreshed, and he was 297. Now he's 298. It's Modern Tryhard. So he's currently 298. I know he's been grinding. He or she has been grinding this game out like crazy.
And the only way to do that is by cracking exotics at this point.
Yeah.
It's the only way, because all your vendors, they all cap at 265.
That's why they cap? Okay. I didn't know that.
They cap at 265. They'll bounce. You can buy things from them at 200, but the level ups. Let's say you go to
the engrams.
Let's say you go back to Devon Cade, and you go and you level his faction up. That caps at 265, and from that point on, hurts. It is a very slow, tedious process.
Really.
Ugh. Yes.
All right. I know.
So there's your post game.
Yeah.
So I got to 260. When was it? Like 2 days ago. And I'm only at 274 now.
That's not too bad. It's pretty bad.
2 days for.
Have you been playing Crucible?
I've not touched Crucible. I've done nothing but PvE,
and
I'm going to dive into Crucible tomorrow. But
what? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But from that 265 moving forward, it is such a slow and tedious process if you are not a PvP player. Because I don't know what PvP has been dropping.
Yeah.
But PvE, and you want that storyline, you want to just kind of adventure and figure stuff out, you're going to cap at 265 unless you're getting those exotics. And those are the only things that jump higher.
Where are they capping?
Nightfall. I did Nightfall when I was a 268, and I got my helmet, which was a 273. So those jump you up on that aspect, but that's one piece of gear.
All right.
And you got to go back through it over and over and over.
One thing you can do,
lights.
One thing you can do that I noticed is if you infuse a exotic, let's say your exotic's 240,
it jumps
and
up
then you got a piece of blue that's like 243. If you infuse that exotic, it won't go to 243. It'll go to like 248.
Yeah,
really?
Right. So you actually get a
I noticed that too.
in life.
I didn't know if you could do it with rares. I only saw you could do it with legendaries.
Well, maybe there's something on a legendary that makes it do that.
Purples and higher you can infuse.
Yeah.
If you put anything that is a higher power level into a purple, let's say a blue into a purple, you get to that plus 1 to 5 more. You do that with an exotic. Let's say you take an exotic helmet, you put a blue helmet into it, it goes right to it. It does not exceed. If you take a purple helmet and you put it into the exotic, it will exceed 1 to 5 is what I'm noticing. But if you do the reverse and you put an exotic helmet into a purple, that jumps it by like 5 to 10.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
But
so it's kind of like if you're willing to sacrifice this exotic.
Oh, I'm willing to sacrifice exotics. I don't care.
That in shards.
Yeah. Hey, no. Here's the good thing. If you put an exotic into a purple, it does not cost you shards.
It does not cost you shards, yeah.
That's really cool.
And you're going to keep on getting exotics, and they're all sitting in the vault anyways. So you can go and pull them out whenever. They won't be at power level, but I can always just go and reaccess them whenever I need.
Is there a kiosk?
It's in your vault.
Yes.
So your exotic collection it's in your vault.
You drop down to the farm. You go over to the kiosks.
Farm. You still go there?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
I love the farm.
Story spoilers, J-Ram.
The farm has a jumping puzzle, and I love it.
Oh.
Are you talking about jumping up on the barns?
Okay, so you go up onto the water wheel, and you go up onto the hangar, and then you are given a jumping puzzle, kind of. It's called patrolling, but the fun thing is you're doing a patrol in a public area. And I usually go up to test card. Not test card. I'm mixing up characters here.
Test Everest.
It's Test Everest's tent, and usually jump across, and then that's how I usually get up.
Right. You walk the water wheel, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The line. Is it water wheel? I thought it was just
so
electrical wire.
Getting onto the hangar where Shax is and where the Vanguard are, that is 1.
Yeah.
The water wheel is 2, and then there's a third one that you can also do.
Pretty cool.
But I'm not going to give out that spoiler right now.
All right. So
it's fun, which is why I still go back to the farm.
Yeah.
So let's move straight into the top. Let's talk about what's coming during month 1. And I really like this chart. Dan, you actually brought it up earlier. I really like how they're communicating to us about what's actually coming this month.
Oh, yeah.
So today's Friday. Zur is not here. He is returning next week. So as we know, launch day was on Wednesday, and then the Nightfall this week is the Arms Dealer, and then the Flashpoint is the EDZ. Week 2, the Nightfall will be Inverted Spire, and then Guided Games will weekend, and then Wednesday we have the Leviathan raid, and then Friday we have Trials of the Nine, and then Xur is going to return. So make sure you stack up on those legendary shards because that's what he will be taking.
I have so many.
There was
Really, I don't have a lot.
There was an edit on week 4 on Trials of Osiris. It's not going to be the second game type. It's going to be the first one. Capture or
Countdown.
Countdown, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's for week 2, right? Is it going to be Countdown?
No, week 1 and week 3.
What do you mean?
They said for the first week and the third week. The second week, it's going to be the other one.
It's countdown on. It says it's countdown on Eternity 9:15, and then week 3 is survival on Altar of Flame,
Well,
and then
that's
it's
the thing.
countdown
Bungie
on.
actually wrote back saying that they're correcting that the third week it's going to be countdown as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it
they
seems like
definitely did
Tweet us
put out a tweet.
okay.
Yeah.
I probably missed that.
Is anybody else kind of upset that Xur is gonna play the same exact role that he did in D1 so far?
As we know of, because the 9
Kinda,
is
yeah.
supposed to have a role in this game. So far, we don't know.
Here's what I'm thinking might happen. Xur's probably going to show up, and he's going to have his initial role like he did before.
Just selling exotics.
Here's an exotic. But because of how they're changing up the vendors, maybe he'll say, hey, if you go do this, it'll give you faction ranks with the 9 with Xur. And those faction ranks will give you additional gear or different capabilities.
That would be nice.
Maybe it'll give you something more than, oh, hey, here's an exotic. Do you want to buy it? No? Okay, see you next week.
See, I was just happy with hopefully he gets a haircut.
Move the tentacle face mask.
Your Cthulhu beard has gotta go.
I don't know. I mean, right now, as of right now, especially the way they worded it, he's just gonna come and sell his stuff and leave again. I'm like, that's kind of dumb.
Well, Mark Noseworthy did tweet out saying the 9 are going to come on next week. So I think he's going to have a different role because the 9 are supposed to have a role in this game.
Did he use those words, the 9?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Or an agent of the 9?
Agents of the 9. That's what agents, plural.
With an S?
Yes, plural. Agents.
Interesting.
That's, yeah. I'm so glad you brought that up. Agents of the 9.
Isn't he supposed to be showing up in different places too?
Xur.
Yeah. Different locations.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Xur-
that's not exciting. That's just like, him showing up on the reef. I mean, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
You didn't like Easter very much as a child, did you?
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Going out and hiding things, scouting for where he's at. But
I mean, it's really
shit,
not.
He's not on this particular planet. Let me go check out that one.
Yeah,
that's
now
fun.
he's here for a limited amount of time, and now I got to worry about dicking around finding him. I'll wait for Dad. I'll wait for Dad to put out a video.
Oh, he's over here. I'm there right away.
But,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my focus on this game, I want PvE content. I want a rich story. So far, I'm getting that, which is fantastic. I just want more of it. So if you want to make smart jokes about that, that's fine with me. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I invest my time and money into this game, because it is one. I've never seen a game like this before where it brings people in, especially with that PvE. And for how spread out the story was, it was like hot, butter on hot toast for the entire 3 years we played D1, and I just can't believe we played it that long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about that. I can't even quantify how many hours I put into this game. I have to go look that up. It's unbelievable. Hold on, my phone's going crazy. So when they tell me this is a new game and new things to do and everything, but I'm still doing the same things, I'm like, okay, that's the story, fantastic, but telling me that Xur's on a different planet is the same exact story as telling me Xur's on the reef now. There's nothing exciting about that. Now, if that's exciting for you, great. It's not exciting for me.
Okay.
I completely see where he is coming from. Like, he is being real about all of this. Like,
Yeah.
he's,
sorry
he's
for
being
being
straight
such
up.
a-
Like,
Yeah.
people will
He didn't
say,
hold back in D1. We're not hoping that he's holding back in D2. That's Jay. We expect that of him. And nothing to be real. We expect nothing less of you. You know, that's just part of your persona, man. And like I said, I respect that. You know, you give me a different perspective on things where I wouldn't have thought of it that way. You know, but there is not less truth to it either. You know?
No, I'm not saying that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
There's no,
I totally get what you're saying.
there's truth in what you're saying.
yeah. But going back to the 9.
There's truth still.
I would just like to see Zer play like a bigger role. If that comes in a DLC, that's great. But right now, all I can do is make opinions and decisions based off of what's in front of me.
Yeah.
I can't speculate.
It's first
You aren't even
impressions.
a week in. You aren't even a week in.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We'll
Still,
see.
it's our first impressions on the game.
Yeah.
Right. And Bungie is not stupid. They write down these words when they post something. It is well thought out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when you said agents of the 9 with that S, that makes a world of difference.
Exactly.
It does.
I pay attention
what I'm
to
saying.
everything they put out. And
Right,
when
but-
Mark knows what he said, agents of the 9 are going to have a role, and we're going to see it next week. I hope it's a large role.
Me too.
I hope
Me
it is,
too.
because we still have that achievement that me and a mercenary from Beyond or something like that. I'm probably saying that all
Being
wrong.
an emissary.
Meet
Yeah.
an emissary.
Emissary, yeah. So hopefully that's the 9.
Probably
So
just finding him.
because Zer's title is Agent of the 9, correct?
Yeah.
Well, he's
an agent.
So now we're talking about agents, more than one. That's exciting.
They're actually all just different versions of him.
Oh
on
my
each
gosh.
planet.
With different
Yeah.
colored
Oh my
tentacles.
On each
gosh.
planet.
You know,
There's
they
bullet,
come in
there's
different
bullet
colors. They would
time
get-
involved. He keeps asking about Neo.
And they assemble into one giant agent of the 9.
Yeah, and he
Oh
goes,
my God.
"Good to see you, Mr. Anderson."
Anyway, the Leviathan raid is launching on Wednesday. Friday we have Trials and Xur. Then the week after that we have the Nightfall on Exodus Crash, which I do not like that strike at all. But we'll talk about that later. And then again, Xur will be back. And then the week after that we're going to have the Leviathan raid. Guided Games is going to launch. And then we have something new called Faction Rally Begins. Will that be Clan Wars? I'm not Clan Wars, sorry. Faction Wars, or is it just the factions are returning? We shall see about that.
I'll capture the
I don't
flag.
think it's gonna be. I don't think it'd be wars because they would. Don't you think they would use that word?
Yeah.
Rally
I don't
seems
know.
like we're getting pumped up for something.
Now,
Yeah,
I
Maybe
will
they're bringing
say
them back.
I do pay attention to everything that Bungie says, but for them on our road to the launch of D2, they have said some things that were lies.
Okay.
I want to
Well,
give an example with.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think I can bring up this example without spoiling it. Okay, they
Okay,
said they
so-
will only be a social space. They said they don't like the idea of
Okay.
having multiple social spaces. Clearly, you do like that idea of having multiple social spaces because there are.
Yeah.
Does that
Guys?
make sense?
Guys, you're getting really close to spoiler.
I'm.
That's
no,
me,
no,
Dan.
no.
Officer Dan.
Because in the Curse of Osiris description, there is
Yeah, they said they're gonna have
the lighthouse is going
We're
to
gonna
be.
have the lighthouse as a social space.
So I'm just saying they like that idea of having multiple social spaces.
Yeah.
They've said other things too that's starting to come out, as in like, are you sure? Because it's in the game. So that's just the example that I could think of on the top of my head. But yeah. Anything else, guys? Wow.
I got a question,
Yeah.
and this goes for everybody.
Okay.
1 to
Okay.
10. 1 to 10. Given what you've experienced so far, how do you feel? 10 being the best, 1 being absolute garbage.
Perfect way to end off the game. I mean, end off the show. I'll go first. I'll give it a 7.5.
Wow.
Is that bad?
Okay.
Is that bad?
I'm not going to say anything yet. I'm just going to remember that.
I give it.
Sub,
a
what about you,
7.5.
sir? Oh, is he frozen
Right
in
now?
time?
It is an 8.2.
Welcome.
Rathos?
I'm gonna probably be right around sub and say about an 8.3, 8-4.
Okay.
And Dan.
I'm saying 8-5.
Really?
Oh, you guys.
J-Ram?
Yeah.
I'm loving it, man.
Oh my god, I thought I would be like Captain Salt here. I'm giving it a 9.
Really?
It's fantastic. Like I said, everything I've said tonight, you know what I mean? I'm trying to provide a critical opinion. I know it comes off as salty, but you know what I mean? Listen, my
Jailer's going to
baiting and
hate.
switched us.
No, I'm not baiting and switching. My job, my career is a researcher. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have to objectively take myself emotionally take myself out of it. And I got to look at it objectively. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, it's beautiful. The game is beautiful. The story design is great. I understand why I'm doing what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I can't believe you gave it a 7. 7.
No, I love this game. It's amazing, but my gut, the first answer I came out with was a 7.5.
Yeah, and that's honestly
that's my honest opinion. Like
that's honest. Yeah,
I would be a terrible journalist. no, it's like there's some things about the game that I love. Like there's a lot of things I love, but it's just 7.5 is the first number that came to my mind. I don't feel like it's a 10. I don't feel like it's a 9. 8 maybe, 8.3, 8.5, yeah, but 7.5.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to know Destiny 2.
Yeah, like we're still learning. Like, it's just the first impression.
I haven't even gone on the second date yet.
Let me say, I've been experiencing a lot of server issues, so that's another factor into this. Like over on the Xbox side, did you guys see those tweets about the server, the matchmaking? It's been terrible. No. It's taken minutes, 5 to 10 minutes for some people to find the match over here on Xbox in the Crucible and in Strikes. And then every strike I spawned into, I spawned in alone. Halfway through, people come in with me.
Ooh, I hear something.
Yeah. So
that's
just
the
one
Nordics
thing.
trying to get a hold of us.
So that's just one factor into my 7.5 are the servers.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of error codes, and my friends have been getting error codes over here. And I heard PlayStation has some terrible servers lately for D2.
We're having some issues, yeah.
So honestly, servers is another huge factor into this.
On my end, there are two things that I've been absolutely blown away with. Number one, the game for me where I live runs flawless. I haven't had any issues as far as connection or anything like that.
I'm in New York. You would think I have a lot of people to connect to.
The second thing, and everybody bitches about downloading from PlayStation. I downloaded the patch in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it went by fast.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
PlayStation normally it's like preparing to download, and then it takes an hour and a half to prepare, and then you get it at like 2 megabytes per second. This flew. So as far as my experience so far on the PlayStation side, it's been great.
Yeah, and like I said, the story and the cutscenes were phenomenal, but I don't think they should have ended the last mission with the way they did. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Is Sub still with us?
Territory.
Oh, I don't know, but no, I'm not gonna get into that because next week we're going to get into the story and stuff.
Can we say right now next week? Spoilers, like
full on spoilers. We have Focus Fire Chat coming on.
Anything. Okay,
we are going.
Sub is still here.
Like next week, we're definitely going into the game. Yeah, next week we're definitely going to talk about the story, the final cutscene, all of that. But for first impressions, I will give it a 7.5. Like we haven't even done the raid. Like there's still some things that we have to consider.
Oh, I can't wait for that raid.
Yeah, I'm saying 8.5 because like right now where I'm at. With like versus like where I was on Destiny 1 on Tuesday to how I feel right now with Destiny 2, 8.5 is a really solid move, I think. Really? Because like I'm reserving judgment to see like what future content comes out.
Yeah, like there's still other stuff we have to see.
Yeah, like we're at the beginning of a 2 to 3 year cycle. Like it's hopefully is 2 years. If it's like if it's more than that, 3 years tops. Like it would be the same as Destiny 1. But like with how I feel right now about the game and where I could see the possibilities coming, it like to me that event that pops up where it said the rally for the factions, that for me kind of tells me like we're going to be doing some things for factions overall as well. That's not just going to be like. I could see like a PvE version of Iron Banner.
Oh, Iron Banner is also returning next month
with like a faction rally type thing. So to me, that's where I feel the most inclined with that 8.5. I feel like it's a good number.
Yeah, I understand. And also, I don't know if you can realize, but legendary engrams are not really dropping. At least not for me. I'm sitting around 240, and they are dropping, but not a lot.
They're dropping at year 1.
Excuse me? I didn't hear that.
Your year 1.
Yeah, it's like, it's a really not a lot. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the game is good, but there's also small things that are really factoring into me giving it a 7.5. Like the servers, some loot drops. Yeah.
The loot drops, I get like about a purple 1 or 2 every 1 or 2 strikes. Like 2 to 3 strikes.
Oh, even the strikes. I'm not a fan of the strikes at all in this game.
Okay.
They're long. They're way longer than that Crota strike.
Like, yes, but some of the boss fights, I'm not a fan of. I like them. Really? There's that one on Titan.
Keeps you on your toes.
That's true. But another thing is about the story missions. This is not a spoiler. All right, last point I'm gonna say for the night is each mission is still, you scan this, you shoot things, and you move on. You stand in one place for 3 phases. You like as it's scanning, and then you move on, and then there's dialogue, and then you shoot, stay, run off, boss, done. Next mission, it's still that. So that's another thing as into why I'm not, like, I still loved it. Like, don't worry, like, the story's good, but I thought they would have changed how story missions are. Because look at Homecoming. Well, you still stand in one place for 3 phases, and yeah, I just realized. So, yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say the fact that there is a really good campaign now associated with that makes that more tolerable.
Yeah, it does. But looking back on it, it's like, whoa, it's basically standing in one place for 3 phases, but with a lot of story and dialogue, so you don't really notice. But still, it's the same thing. So, yeah. That's my final opinion.
I got 2 things that we didn't touch upon tonight.
Really quick.
And I don't know if I agree or disagree with them yet.
Okay.
First thing, and it's probably one of the most controversial things right now on Twitter, is the whole shader thing.
We should start that conversation.
I get the argument. I understand the argument. I don't know if I agree with it or if I disagree with it yet. Only because I want to see how the shaders are going to drop. If they're going to drop that quickly the way they claim. Okay. I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
I'm freaking flush with shaders right now.
I'm not.
There's one thing I don't like, and I don't like this at all.
All right.
Is when you go to infuse, you can only infuse with that weapon type.
That's another thing.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
If there's one thing I could change, it would be that.
7.5. Yep. Like, I love the developers, but there are still some things in the game I feel like they should have done differently. But I'm not there all day.
Originally?
I'm sorry?
It would have made sense if they had done that originally.
Like from D1?
Yeah, from D1. Because, I mean, it made sense, certain parts only should work on a certain gun. Yeah. It didn't make any sense that I could infuse my sword into, my, my scout rifle. What?
Well, and that's the argument that people were making with the shaders, which is you gave us the shader permanently in D1. Now you're restricting us in D2.
Yeah.
So that's the argument they're making.
I don't mind the whole shader deal, because that just tells me, hey, if I like this shader, I got to go to this planet, grind a little bit, and I'll get it. Which I don't mind. That's encouraging more gameplay, not, oh, hey, just run back to the tower, switch out real quick, and call it good. I don't like what they did with the guns. Now, obviously, you can only infuse a helmet with a helmet. That makes sense. You can only infuse an auto rifle with an auto rifle. I get that.
But it was differently before.
But I have primary, I have energy, and I have power. And the weird thing is, hey, guess what? The kinetic and the energy are the same guns. Just
Yep.
these ones have elements, these ones don't. That's literally the difference.
Yep.
And I don't like how it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to take my arc auto rifle and I'm going to plug it into my kinetic auto rifle to make it stronger, when I'd rather just, hey, I'm going to take this gun and this gun from the same subcategory and infuse them and make them stronger together and clear out my space a little bit easier that way.
Yeah. Well, next week we're really gonna go into the spoilers about the story. I'm excited. We have the Focus Fire Chat crew coming on. More details about that later in the week. And yeah, thank you Subcult for joining us this week. We had a great show. This was our first impressions on Destiny 2. A lot of opinions came out tonight, but that's good. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Like,
but everyone else's is wrong. But
yeah.
Say, guys.
All right.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I'm
right, and everyone is wrong. Yeah, basically. All right. So Subcult, where can we find you on social media, man?
Oh, I am on Twitter at Subcult619. That's SUBCULT 619. You can also find me on Twitch, YouTube, and if you're interested in joining up with a clan, we have a West Coast Gamers clan. You can find us also on Twitter. That's Destiny WCG. That's for West Coast Gamers. And we're taking more people, not just people on the West Coast. We got Xbox and PS4. Primarily PS4, but we are actually really getting pretty big on the Xbox side too. So if you're looking for a clan, we're accepting people.
Sweet. All right, Dan, where can I find you, man?
You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DanFinity, and on Twitter at DanFinitwitch. See what I did there?
All right, Rathos.
The same name everywhere.
Everywhere,
go,
even that one site.
That one site, yes, that one site. We still have it there. PlayStation, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Kick. Throw Rathos out there. If you see a Rathos without any flares, I have Kick.
It's a
message. It's a messaging service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jay Ram. I'm kidding.
No, it's cool.
Dude, I just got a Twitter like last year.
I know.
All Jay Ram, congrats for having a Twitter.
Yeah,
and that was under protest.
I didn't have Twitter until I joined DTR. Straight up. So
I get there's a lot of people out there that don't. I mean, most of the people that I game with are, like, do you have a Twitter? No. How do I know you?
All right, Jay Ram, where can I find you, man? Oh,
you can find me at j_rambo9119.salty.com.
Oh my god! I can't wait to see what comments we get this week.
I know
it's gonna be great.
Look for him down in the salt mine. All of his wounds just
He's been
burning.
so much time there. Yeah.
Here's the bad thing. There's a location on Nessus called the Salt Mine, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
I live
that
there.
is J-Ram's new home.
Yeah.
Dan lives in Imagination Land, so that's okay.
You can find J-Ram on Nessus, guys.
He knows how to sing that one tune so he can get into Imagination Land. Nobody ever watched that South Park?
Come with me. You'll see.
Alright,
guys. Pure imagination.
There you go.
Dan, you should sing for us one day.
You want me to really sing for you one?
Later.
Huh? I don't know. I sing every day, man. It's great.
I like Dan's band.
Yeah.
Hey.
What is it? Bone Setter, right?
Bone Setters.
Yeah, Bone Setter.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've googled you guys.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Your videos are really good. The video quality is really. Whoever did that did a really good job.
That is not my fault.
What do you mean? I'm not criticizing. I liked it.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I watched it on YouTube, I was like, "Is this in 4K? Do I see DanFinity in 4K?"
Yeah, look into my pores.
Oh my god.
See my soul.
Alright, so you guys can find Destiny Tracker on YouTube at Destiny Tracker and on Twitch at Destiny Track and on Twitter at Destiny Track, and me on J_DTR. Alright guys, also make sure to enter our 2 giveaways. We're giving away 250 pack of Gamersubs GG. The link to that will be in the description. And Ed is donating to us a huge Destiny McFarlane toy basket. You get ghosts, you get Destiny action figures. It's so cool. Make sure you guys enter that. That giveaway ends on September 28th. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for listening to the 44th episode of the DTR podcast. My name is Jay. We will be back next week with all the spoilers, guys. It's going to be awesome.
So
guys,
many spoilers.
See you all next week. Okay, bye!
Later.
Later.
Take care, Guardians.